It's the kid. We're here for another Sunday where I answer the viewer questions. She's been here, double H. Remember, I'll also try and give a shout out to how you can donate and help to, keep the whole football hot thing growing and becoming better, bigger, and huger. So again, a caro bounty for all of you guys out there, and let us get down into the questions. So what do we have first here? This is from Adam Snippers. What do you think of the 2016-2017 PSG squad? PSG have always had a very good squad. That is the one thing that these guys have always had. And I've always said that Blonde guy is useless because they've always had a good squad. But you have Krychowiak coming in. You have Ben Arfa coming in. With already the people that you have there, David Luiz, Lavezzi, Pastore. I'm not sure about Van Cavani. We need a striker, but I think Emery has bodies in this team. He has people in his team that should 100% at the very least get into a semi. Emery is a very good coach. He's a very good coach. So PSG have a very good squad. Maybe, I think the only thing they're missing is a striker. The keeper is good. Defense is powerful. Midfield is excellent. They have got a wonderful midfield because Ben Arfa and Krychowiak, they make that midfield even better. They need a striker. Cavani is garbage. The guy is in the Brick Academy. I think he's in Class B in the Brick Academy right now. Cavani, the guy is useless. So please, I beg, Emery, make one and go and just buy a proper finisher striker, then we can roll and talk. So what do we have here? Max Akundov. Do you think Mario Balotelli will resurrect his career, and what's the best fit for him? I'm beginning to have my doubts on Balotelli, whether this guy can resurrect his career. But despite that, and people may say that I am crazy to say this, he's still one of the best strikers in the world because of the talent in his foot. This guy, the quality that this boy has in his foot is still amazing. It's still amazing, the quality that this dude has in his foot. So, but I'm still not sure that they can resurrect his career. I don't know, because this guy, look, man, he's had too many chances. Too many chances. I'm gonna have some chin. Now, Nigerians will know the struggle. What is the best fit for him? Not Liverpool. We're talking about PSG, and I think because I think Balotelli, he's a very Italian striker, and I do think that his place is in Italy. So you're thinking of perhaps can he work things out with Mancini and Rolling in Inter Milan, maybe Lazio, Sampdoria. These are guys who are in need of strikers. Roma, Dzeko is crap. But I don't know, I'm thinking about PSG. But then again, it's like, I'm not sure whether he will fit into an Emery striker. So if I was to say he's worked with Mancini, maybe Mancini understands his edges and his dark edges. Icardi is looking like if he may be leaving. Roll in there, So I think that he can definitely work if he moves into Inter. So the next one, what's the next one I have? How many goals will Ibrahimovic score in the Premier League? 15 max. This is tricky now. Because I have no idea. Ibra could either score like 12, 11 goals, or he could score like 30 or 40 goals, because people are going crazy and all because he scored that very good goal in a pre-season against Galatasaray. So please chill. So it's hard to say, but again, you want an answer from me. I'm thinking like 13 or 14 goals, possibly 20 or 21. It's difficult to know, so I'm going to just say, you know what, 16, 17 goals, 16, 17 Gs, But again, it's difficult to say because I need to see what are the other teams like. You need to see the first few matches because I can't just say, oh, it's Ibrahimovic who scored a lot of goals. No. Where is he at right now? Who will Man United get? How will he fit into United's team? These are all things that matter. The Hitman. So that was by Anon. The Hitman. Who do you think will win the top 5 leagues? Premiership, I'm still sticking with Chelsea, but that may change. La Liga, I'm going to go with Real Madrid for La Liga. Bundesliga, I'm going to go for them. I'm going to say Dortmund will do it for Bundesliga. Syria, Juventus. League One, Nantes. I'm going to say Nantes will win League One. What do we have here? Flicking through. Klaus Obermeier, do you feel PSG with Emery have a chance in the Champions League? 100%. I 100% believe that this is they're going to be much improved. They're going to be much better, and they will definitely make it into the semi. So I have full faith that minimum, at least this coming Champions League season, we're going to be seeing Emery rolling with those boys in the semi. So I think PSG, they're going to be very exciting. Very excited to see what Emery does with the team. FRK Outlaws. Can you explain why Thomas Muller is an important player for Bayern and Germany, even though he doesn't have the skill of players like Messi, Christina, and Bale? I'd argue Christina doesn't have that much skill, nor does Bale, but Bale more so. It's very simple as that. If you're playing five-a-side or you want to do tricks and everything, that's all well and good. But there are a lot of players who don't translate that to an 11-a-side match. Charisma can do some stunning things with the ball. But he can't do those things in an 11-a-side game because it's different kinds of rules. And it's a different scenario. There are some people who are like tricksters, like all these tricksters you see on YouTube, with like millions of views and everything. These guys do fantastic stuff. Put those boys on that pitch 11-a-side, they won't be very good. But the thing about Muller is that he is effective. He is intelligent. He understands his surroundings. He knows when to make the right run. He knows when to make the right pass. He knows how far to run with the ball. So, and these are all things that are very good and ideal for an 11-a-side professional match. So even if a guy could be very skillful, do step overs, crazy skills with the ball, if he doesn't have that awareness, intelligence that you need as a football player in a football match on a professional level, you will not be effective. So Thomas Muller just has other assets and other skills that are better suited to being in a team. Hence why Thomas Muller will get in my team ahead of someone like a charisma or a skilled player like that, because Thomas Muller will be effective for my team. Same thing with Bill. These guys are just effective for my team without being technically brilliant individually in and of themselves. So what do we have here? It's Nietzsche. Do you think 100 million for Pogba is too much? Yes, it's slightly I think it's just slightly too much. It's a lot. Way too much. So he's not worth... I don't think he's worth even half that. He's not even worth half that. So that's just me. So yeah, we're up here. Emery... I don't want to ruin this guy's name. Emery Gildo Sforza Picozza. Emery Gildo Forza Picozza. What do you think of the Russian tycoons, the Arabs, lately the Chinese for the similar teams taking over European for football. This is the death of football, because these people bring in all these amounts of money. It stifles competition, it kills competition, and it takes away the joy and the purity of the game, because the exclusive club gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So therefore, there is no fun, and because the fun that you get is the unknown. Who's going to win? Who's not going to win? If a team has been built with 300 million, how is a team like Stoke or Bologna or Elche supposed to compete, or Braunschweig supposed to compete? This is very hard. This is very hard. So it's bad for the game. It's not good for the game, and I think that if the more and more it happens, football is going to go into a very scary, weird place. Club football, that is. Club football is heading into a very scary, scary future where there's going to be a crossroads where the other things will be like, guys, this is getting out of hand. This doesn't work. This doesn't make any sense. The school is getting smaller and smaller, and the competition is too, the parity is too big. So that's just what I think. So I'm warning you people, man. I'm warning you, man. Something's going to happen, because the other teams are going to say, this is unfair. This isn't right. There is too much money being made and being given to a small pool of teams, which makes it vastly, vastly unfair. So that's what's going to happen. So let me roll into Twitter. Shivash Green asks, should Juan Mata look for a move elsewhere? 100%. His career is done at United and Everton. Mata still is a skillful player. I just think that, circumstance. He ruined by circumstance. Everything was going lazy at Chelsea under Di Matteo. My boy came in, it didn't happen. He moved to United, Van Gaal, Moyes, all this kind of stuff. So I just think Everton, Ronald Koeman, you saw how Southampton played, how Mata plays. I think there is a place for him in that Everton team. So I think Everton are going to be very exciting under Ronald Koeman, who is a vastly superior manager to Martinez. And Mata will be good for both Everton and Juan himself. Juan, mate, you've got to leave United, man. It's just not going to happen for you. Mourinho and yourself, you do not see eye to eye. Hitch a ride. My main man, Abdul, your predictions on what Sampaoli can do with Sevilla after a successful spell as the Chile manager. Emery is a big loss. He's a very big loss, but there are similarities. Hence why I think the board at Sevilla went for Sampaoli. There are similarities to how Chile played under Sampaoli and how Sevilla played under Emery. Attacking, pressing, hard work, exciting, guys always trying to move forward. So I think, give him time. Let him get his players, let him get his ideas across. But I don't think will be too much of a difference. Let's say if Benitez or Mourinho or Van Gaal came in, then it will be vastly different and it will take time for them to understand something new. Emery and Sampaoli are from the same kind of planets. Maybe different continents, but they're from the same world, same ecosystem. So, he's not going to win La Liga. But I think if they're in the Champions League, they can do something. In the Champions League, if they can get in there. They are in the Champions League because they won the Europa League. So, Champions League, quarters, maybe, I think quarters, As for the league, top four, I think they can get for top four. So, but again, first season, I don't know. Give him a summer and let's roll. So for next season, let's see. But long term, I do think Sevilla could be a very, very entertaining team. And I think maybe he can actually improve them and bring in some new, fresh ideas straight from South America that actually make them a much more electrifying team to watch. IMR. Why don't you think Ibra is a good player? Always call him overrated. Now, let me just lay it right now down so people understand where I stand with my main man, Ibra. Ibra is a good player. I never said Ibra is a good player. Calling somebody overrated doesn't mean they're bad. You need to understand that. By saying someone is overrated, that is me saying that I don't feel he is as good as what people are saying. Doesn't mean they're bad. Doesn't mean he is as good as people are saying. I've never said Cristiano is a crap player. He is overrated. So people calling him one of the greatest players of all time, that is overrated. One of the greatest goal scorers of all time, 100%. People calling Ibrahimovic one of the greatest players of all time, that is overrated. Calling him one of the best, a legend, that is overrated. Saying he's one of the most amazing goal scorers based upon his pantheon and variety of the goals that he's scored and his achievements, they can get on board with you. So Ibra isn't the best of the best. He ain't a Batistuta. He ain't a Badger. He ain't a George Weah. So he is really below, like he's like a tier 2. So if you say tier 1 is Batistuta, George Weah, Ronaldo, flipping in some Badger or up in there as well, he's tier 2. So he's tier 2 from there. So yeah, Ibra is good. But I just believe that the way that people talk about him and the status he's given is vastly superior to what he's actually achieved and done. Remember, this is a guy without a Champions League medal. How many Champions League finals has Ibra played? And he's been with Inter, AC Milan, Juventus. How many Champions League finals has he played in? Final question. Marshall Macaluso. So, how much of a competition is the Bundesliga title run with Dortmund and Bayern? And are there any other contenders? I feel Dortmund will win it. I understand who they've lost. But as I said, Ancelotti, I think he's much more of a cup coach rather than a league coach. So I think it's going to be close, it's going to be exciting. And I'm going to just go for Dortmund to win it. I think Leverkusen will be interesting. Because my boy Hernandez will not be given a full season. Look at what Hernandez did with half a season. If they can get maybe another striker, they need more experienced midfield and defense. I think Bayer Leverkusen could be a threat, because I just think that if you've got a really good finisher and a good striker, it takes you a long way. I think Mönchengladbach could do something. They now have a coach who understands them, got them back on track after their very bad start. They've got a nice team. Xhaka is not that big of a loss that they have. They still have the bulk of their team. I think they'll be very interesting as well. So Wolfsburg, I don't know. They've not really made any purchases to really interest me. So I'm looking at definitely Leverkusen and Mönchengladbach to possibly try and make this possibly a 3 or 4 horse race. So yeah, I think Bundesliga next season, I do recommend people that, give it a watch. Give it a watch. I think that it could be a lot closer, a lot interesting, with a lot more exciting games, and I think it could be a much more exciting title race this time around. So, you guys, those are the end of the questions. I will, try and answer these again next Sunday. So, if you want any questions asked, just comment below in the YouTube box, or roll in to me on Twitter, hashtag AskHH, hashtag AskHH on Twitter, and ask me these questions, and I will save them and do them for next Sunday. So, remember, guys, I think on the main website I've got a donation button up in there. So if you want to donate, you like the Hot, you appreciate what the Hot has been doing, just send them all up in there. But yeah, man, any questions you have, I will be free to answer. If you want to donate, you want to contribute and keep the Hot alive, even if I can't be doing it as much often right now. If you want to donate, man. Rolling that Julie. So yeah, guys, that is all. And all I've got to say, man, is that, Premiership is going to be very interesting, man. I mean, Manchester Derby, Pep and Mourinho, I want there to be a UFC, WWF type fight on that damn touchline. Guys, peace out. It's been swell and stay black.